Tuesday or Thursday at Westwood Cyber High School, teacher Anna Henning might hear hip-hop music bouncing off the walls of a classroom lab. Or one of her students might need to take a break to attend to a crying infant nearby. Those are just some of the things that separate this one-year-old, online, project-based high school from traditional high schools in Michigan. There were a few other differences at this school that was established in Wayne County to service at-risk kids. Principals are known as project managers. Teachers are mentors and experts. Students are researchers. Most students and teachers never meet face-to-face. Study at Westwood Cyber High School is self-directed by the students. The school gives every student a computer and picks up the tab on the internet service. Each teacher has only 6 students. And get this, none of the teachers here use lesson plans. Despite not using traditional lesson plans, teachers like Henning have been effective in using the 9 strategies for integrating technology into her lessons, as outlined in the textbook, Using Technology with Classroom Instruction That Works. The strategies that Henning uses most are setting objectives and providing feedback, and cooperative learning. Henning, an English language arts mentor and expert, put the cooperative learning strategy to use recently with a project with her researcher reading circle. She started the reading circle after she noticed that several of the girls at the school were reading the vampire book series Twilight, the Saga. The book is also the basis for the popular movies. The girls liked the idea, eventually took over leadership of the reading circle, and suggested several projects that could earn them ELA proficiencies. One included writing a how-to guide on theater makeup. This project also earned the students a proficiency in performing arts. Additional English language arts proficiencies were earned by writing movie reviews and writing a journal. Some of this work will become part of the students' senior portfolio.
Because the 3rd movie is coming out in June, which they're all very excited about. And so I sat down and I said, okay, so I don't know if you want to take a break so that we can read the book closer to the movie or how you want to do this. So we sat down and they're like, well, how many weeks is it till the movie? How many chapters are there? Okay, well, let's create a reading schedule like that. So we'll do, and it was too many chapters that we were reading every week anyway. Maybe if we just did 1 chapter a week, would that get us all the way to June? Had that discussion. How many times are students involved in a reading schedule? Never. You just hand them a reading schedule usually, and they have to do it. And so more and more of those things start to happen, that they really are taking charge, and we kind of just are along for the ride and here to help.
Henning said that a group of boys who liked what the girls were doing asked another mentor to help them establish their own reading group. They are focused on graphic novels and are currently reading V is for Vendetta. Henning cites this as another example of students taking ownership of their education. Setting objectives and providing feedback is another strategy that Henning frequently uses. For example, using Jing and Keynote, Mac's version of PowerPoint, she produces podcasts with step-by-step instructions on how a project should be done and what she expects from the students. Henning says she uses written and voice email to follow up with students. She says that the voice email is important because of some of her students' poor literacy skills.
I also have a couple girls who have real low literacy. So in those cases, that Jing is invaluable. We're able to voicemail them through first class email. So I have one girl, she's just starting to write more and do more projects that are written, but she would only voicemail me. That's what she's most comfortable doing, because it takes her so long to type and it's just so hard for her.
Henning emphasized how important feedback is to the students.
When they do projects and they're evaluated and we put them into our system, they see right away how that kind of works toward their credit, so they don't have to wait a whole semester, let's say, to get a half a credit in English 9.
The way Jocelyn Farkas, a principal, make that project manager at the school sees it, there are several components that make the school a success. She cites the learning communities, which groups mentors and researchers around various subjects, topics, and lifestyles. Student ownership of their education. They must sign contracts and adhere to them. The small teacher-student ratio allows for one-on-one attention. The constant feedback that the students receive because they must communicate with their online teachers every day and visit the learning labs 2 days a week.
Being able to provide an education that's so non-traditional, in the sense that we would look at classroom teaching, and really offering individualized education. That has been the greatest success, that we're able to truly individualize. It's truly individualized.
Okay.
We can make efforts as much as we want in the classroom, but it generally misses the mark. This is truly individualized.
Researcher Derico Wallace, 17 of Dearborn Heights, likes the attention, and he likes being able to define his own projects. Wallace said that at his former school, he was considered the class clown, and that he was constantly getting into trouble. He became one of the inaugural students at Westwood after a former counselor recommended to him and his mother that he give the school a try. Wallace, who wants to be a nurse, recently completed a project on pregnancy and nutrition using Keynote. The project was his idea. "It's easier if I come up with my own work projects," said Wallace. And what does the former class clown think about school now? "School is a good place to be," he said, as he resumed a history lesson with a mentor. Farkas said the students at Westwood, a public school that requires that all teachers are certified, and that students meet the proficiencies in the Michigan curriculum framework, are learning and enjoying it. She said the proof shows in their career goals: nursing, pharmacy, computer technology. It shows, she said, with the 8 colleges that are planning recruitment visits to the school this spring. And it shows, she said, with the 30 to 40 students who could be dropouts, but instead will graduate high school this June from a school that has found a way to get at-risk students interested in learning.